for those of you who don't know me, I am a commercial surveyor and investor, and John and I invest jointly with our property development company, WEM Commercial. John, I'll let you introduce yourself.
And for those who have never met me or don't know me, I am a builder and project manager. Been at it for bloody hell 30 years now. Got my own construction company, but I also do a bit of consulting to wannabe project managers and guys that are just getting into doing property for themselves and they don't know how to prep a building for tender. So that's us.
Absolutely. So that's what we do, and where we invest is in the West Midlands, and we specifically invest in town centre mixed-use properties that need repurposing. So often they're vacant or they've got upper parts that nothing's been done with for years. So we're trying to breathe a bit of life back into high streets at the moment, and that's what we've just done at our development in Telford, in Wellington near Telford. Little market town. So we've turned 2 shops into 3 shops, which are all fully let and cash flowing, and the offices above into 3 flats. So what are the main questions that we're asked? Well, we're going to cover 3 things that we're mainly asked each. So I'll ask John one first, because this is the question that he always gets asked almost as soon as people walk through the door. John, how much per square metre is the development cost? Go.
Yeah, I think people have done too many courses, and I've spoken to this about quite a few people. The professionals understand this fully. The guys that are getting into it are getting to know it, and then the newbies are shocked when I tell them this. There is no one price you can use that fits every building. If you're a resi, if you focus on resi, how many different types of building under the resi umbrella are there? And how many different conditions do you think you can find them in? Do you think one renovation yardstick, one renovation silver bullet is going to fit that building? No. Same on commercial, exactly the same. You don't know how old it is, you don't know how well it's been looked after, and there's a lot of different sizes and everything else. So it is a nightmare. Quoting renovations as a seasoned builder is one of the hardest things I do to get right. And even our building, Kirsty, you know, there was some surprises in there that we didn't even know about. You know, we took a lot of things into factor for it, but there's a lot that we didn't get, you know, because we didn't know about it. You know, take a sheet of plasterboard off and ta-da, what's behind it? How much does a renovation cost? There are a few yardsticks that match certain buildings, and we can, you know, once we've finished ours, we can sit down and do the sums and tell you exactly to the pence what ours costed, but it's going to be different for your building. So the only way to truly get a renovation quoted up is to have somebody with experience of that type of building. Okay, that's the only way. You know, yardstick is find a bloke who's done a building, or a girl who's done a building like that. So, you know, that's how you do it. So if I went into exactly the same type of building, similar age, similar layout, the one we just finished, I'd know exactly down to the pounds and pence. The rest of it is guesswork through experience and knowledge. So yeah, no silver bullets, lots of guesswork.
And also just having contingency. So, you know, one of our learnings is, right, if we do a building of this age again, we're going to double our contingency just for the unknowns, because there's been a lot of unknowns on the current project we've done. And we'll be going through that in detail with photos and all the challenges that we've had, but managed to overcome because we've got the experience on our side and because we know who to work with to solve the challenges. But it certainly hasn't been easy. And I think a lot of the time we hear so many investors putting content out in the communities and making it look really easy. And the reality is that it isn't easy. You need to have the right knowledge, the right contacts, the right support, but also the right mindset, because you're going to hit some bumps in the road.